An upset mother is speaking out tonight after a school resource officer handcuffed her 8-year-old son at school. It happened at Brookdale Elementary in Parkland. King 5's Alyssa Hahn talked to that mom and the school district and joins us live with more on this growing trend nationwide. Alyssa.
A Pierce County Sheriff's deputy was called to the principal's office here at Brookdale Elementary on Monday, where he placed a second grader
Bobby,
in
and you see this
handcuffs. The mom tells me that her son was lashing out after an ongoing bullying issue, and he also suffers from an emotional disorder. She says the handcuffing has made everything worse. It started on the playground at Brookdale Elementary on Monday. According to Aiden Bullinger's mom, an ongoing bullying problem had come to a head.
It was like 11:15ish that I get a call, and it was from the principal, and she said she had Aiden in the office, that he had an altercation at recess.
Aiden told his mother an older student was bullying him at school over the past few months. To make matters more difficult, he struggles with sensory processing disorder. Intense situations trigger anxiety and emotional meltdowns. But she never thought it would lead to what she saw when she arrived at school.
So I get there and I see a police car in the parking lot, and I was like, oh, this can't be good. I go into the office and Aiden is sitting in a chair, handcuffed behind his back, and then another hand of the police officer is completely holding him down like this. And Aiden is bright red, crying, freaking out.
The school resource officer helped escort Aiden from the school, and he's been suspended since then.
It really is one of those options of last resort, if you will.
A district spokesperson said federal privacy laws keep him from giving us all the details. A police report shows Aiden yelled, "I'm going to kill him," to the other boy and became physically combative. Imminent bodily harm is what triggered the restraint.
That use of restraint is something that is truly only done when no other feasible options exist.
An NBC analysis of federal data shows students with disabilities are 23 times more likely to be cuffed at school. In the 6 months from 2016 that the state has been collecting data, only 8 districts have used handcuffs on students, Franklin Pierce being one of them. The cuffs left marks and bruises on Aiden. His mother says emotional wounds will take much longer to heal.
He's an 8-year-old. There could have been other options.
Amanda Bullinger has not found out how long her son's suspension will last. She says it doesn't matter. She's decided to go ahead and remove him from the school. The district tells us that the incident is under review. Reporting live in Parkland, Alyssa Hahn, King 5 News.
School cops force 8-year-old boy into handcuffs after he fended off bully. Parkland, Washington. An 8-year-old elementary school student involved in what would have been considered an ordinary playground fight just a decade ago, had his hands pulled behind his back and cuffed by a school resource officer, and the boy's outraged mother is speaking out. Amanda Bullinger told Seattle NBC affiliate King she was summoned to Brookdale Elementary School in Parkland on Monday after her son, Aiden, scuffled with an older student who had been bullying the boy for months. It was like 11:15ish that I got a call. It was the principal, Bullinger told the station. She said she had Aiden in the office and he had an altercation at recess. Bullinger drove to the school to retrieve Aiden, but had no idea what a disturbing scene awaited. I get there and I see a police car in the parking lot, and I said, "Oh, this can't be good." I go into the office and Aiden is sitting in a chair, hands cuffed behind his back, and a police officer is holding him down like this, she explained to King. And Aiden is bright red, crying, freaking out. Not even a decade old, the understandably frightened child also struggles with sensory processing disorder, according to Bullinger, which means intense situations can cause Aiden to suffer extreme anxiety or emotional meltdowns. According to NBC affiliate COPWATCH, federal privacy laws prohibit the school from discussing details, but a police report about the incident shows Aiden yelling, "I'm going to kill him," and became physically combative to the other boy. Bullinger noted her son had grown tired of months of bullying by the older child, and the situation reached a boiling point on the school's playground. Thanks to the suffocating police state, What would likely have been a bitter student brawl broken up by students and teachers in the past instead saw an 8-year-old child handcuffed by an officer and forcefully restrained, as if a schoolyard fight is no longer typical childhood behavior. Read more. Cops dispatched to school after 9-year-old's comment on brownie, declared racist. It really is one of those options of last resort, if you will, Willie Painter, spokesman for Franklin Pierce Schools, explained to King. The use of restraint is only used when no other feasible option exists. Painter did not elaborate on the circumstances involving Aiden or why, specifically, no other feasible option existed to deal with an 8-year-old but to cuff him like a violent criminal. In fact, it's difficult to imagine why a school resource officer would need to handcuff a small 8-year-old child at all. Even if the male turned particularly violent or vengeful, the officer could have restrained the child with assistance from another adult. Handcuffs seem like overkill, particularly considering the officer did not release Aiden's wrists, even after he arrived in the principal's office. After arriving on the distressing scene, Bullinger said the resource officer escorted the terrified child to the door. Alarmingly, the handcuffs marked and bruised Aiden's wrists, but his mother believes the emotional wounds from being forcefully restrained will linger for some time. King reports, the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction just began collecting data in 2016. In the first 6 months of that year, only 8 districts have used handcuffs on students. Franklin Pierce is one of them. The other districts are Federal Way, Freeman, Highline, Kelso, Kent, Renton, and Spokane. The state information did not give clear numbers of how many cases of handcuffing happened in elementary schools. An increase in police presence at public schools has stirred contention for several years, as these officers have been caught treating students from elementary to high school as if they're full-grown adults. In 2016, students were beaten, slammed to the ground and knocked unconscious, put in an armbar submission restrained, locked in a full Nelson, assaulted for no reason, and more, and that's only a cursory glance at what errant school cops almost got away with. Bullinger rightly questioned the choice to handcuff a child of only 8 years, asserting, there could have been other options. Image, http://wp-content/wp-content/upload/2017/01300x250 text.jpg. Read more. Video shows cop attack a non-violent 13-year-old in school lobby as his mom watched. There could have been, except this is what an otherwise ordinary schoolyard fight looks like in a police state.